Are you stuck in the past? In the black and white? So many people that I know, and so many of us get stuck in the past. And even if we don't think we are, there might be a big chunk of our subconscious mind absolutely stuck in the past. Signs that you're stuck in the past. You keep experiencing the same patterns over and over, and you don't know why. Like back in my 30s, in my dating years, it was always like, why do I keep dating the same guy over and over? Or why does this same thing keep happening to me? Chances are it's from the past. Everybody says, be here now, live in the moment, this generous present moment here now. The Course in Miracles calls it the holy instant. Yet, how can you be here now when your heart is still so fucking hurt and wounded from the past? And, there's so many cliches and bumper stickers and courses and teachers and preachers, you name it, who have lovely sayings about, well, if you want to go forward, just stop looking in the rearview mirror. Well, yeah. How do you do that, right? How do you look forward and go forward if it's as if a 500-pound weight is pulling you back? Well, the number one way to be here now, to live in this holy instant, to go forward is, first of all, take a deep breath. Always a good medicine, right? Never hurts to take a deep breath and to put your hand on your heart and to notice how you're feeling, right? So many of us are just running, doing our to-do list, or what life coaches call buffering, which is like, for me, my favorite buffering of choice is I'm just kind of a YouTube addict. I just, nostalgia, current events, whatever. It's just my brain really likes those dopamine hits, right? But I'm aware of it. So that's the number one key, awareness, right? If you keep feeling the same triggers, the same pain, the same disappointment, whatever it is, whatever is holding you back, there's a good chance that it's something from the past that maybe you're not aware of. So the way to get present is to stop. First of all, stop spinning, right? Put your hand on your heart. Notice how you're feeling. And notice what you're thinking. Most humans on earth are like marionettes. And these are our thoughts, are the strings, and we're just puppets. I was for most of my life, and most people are. Until we become aware that our thoughts are pulling the strings, then we're a puppet. It reminds me of that song, I'm your puppet, baby. Donny Osmond, oh my God, I was so in love with him back in the 70s. Pull my string and I'll wink at you. I'm your puppet, babe. Well, it's cute for a love song, right? But nobody wants to be a puppet of their own negative thoughts, their own ego brain, their own reptilian, whatever you want to call that thing in your brain that wants to keep you miserable. You don't want to be unconscious of that. So chances are that there is a part of your brain that is stuck in the past, that is still hurt, that's still crying, that has a need that needs to be fulfilled. So the first thing to do is to become aware of that. Notice how you're feeling and what you're thinking. And if you want to stop looking in the rearview mirror, you have to paint a beautiful picture of the future that you want to create. And it's, I want to keep this very simple. So if you're stuck in the black and white of the past, if you're stuck in pain or in repetitive patterns that are hurtful or self-destructive or self-sabotaging, give yourself a break. First of all, it's not your fault. You are a human being, and life is messy, as opposed to the Disney films and TV shows that say, it's easy, 3 quick steps to enlightenment. I haven't found them. Um, it's a process, right? It's a journey, as they say. So become aware of how you feel, what you're thinking. Think of a vision for the future, how you want your life to change and to be different. And know that everything that you need to create that change is within you. Everything that you need is within you. Let that sink in because it's true. My Abraham Hicks affirmation card today says, whatever I desire, I can acquire. And Abraham Hicks is super encouraging. One of my favorite spiritual teachers. And it also aligns with that saying, whatever the mind can perceive, you can achieve. These aren't just like bullshit sayings. These are universal truths. But the way for us to free ourselves from the past, from our repetitive negative patterns, is awareness. That is always the very first step. It's as if you were blind, now you can see. It's as if you were looking outside of you, and you close your eyes and you look within, or you open your eyes and you look in the mirror. The way to get out of the past and into your beautiful future is to become aware of what you're feeling and what you're thinking and all the beliefs that are within you. Get those unconscious beliefs and make them conscious. For the first 50 or so years of my life, I had a belief that I was a victim. That is a very debilitating, life crushing belief. And as soon as I saw it and recognized it, I wrote a scene between me and my victim voice. Who would I be without you? And that was a fun, creative way to kind of exercise it out of me. Who would I be if I wasn't a victim? I had no clue, no idea. But that's where we start, right? Creating our future and living in the now and freeing ourselves from the past. It can be fun. Yeah, it can be painful at first, like that expression, the truth will set you free, but first it will piss you off. Yeah, it can be super humiliating to realize that guess who was responsible for your life? You, not that person you were blaming or that situation or that. It's always 100% of the time us and our responsibility to steer the ship of our lives and to be in this moment and to create the future that we want. So if you're stuck in the past, don't beat yourself up. Most of us are. I mean, all of us have pieces of us that are still wounded. If we were enlightened, we would disappear in a puff of pink, beautiful smoke and go off on a unicorn into the heavens. But those of us who are here are still works in progress. So personally, the past, it's kind of dull, but you can get super metaphysical and say there's no such thing as time or space. So if you're in the past, you're in the future, doesn't matter. When I say stuck in the past, I mean you want to grow, you want to expand, you want to be happy, but you're not happy. You want to be wealthy, but you're not wealthy. Things like that, right? So become aware of how you feel, of what you're thinking. Do an inventory of your beliefs. You know, I mean, I have some beliefs that are limiting, and I'm actively working on changing them. Our culture, our society loves to manipulate women with advertising. You're not young enough, you're not thin enough, you're not pretty enough, you're not whatever, you're not wealthy enough, you're not productive enough. That's a great one in our capitalistic society. So just notice if I'm feeling like shit, if I feel bad about myself, I must be buying into some negative belief. I can rewrite that. Just imagine that this was a blank canvas, right? It's going to look like the paint that I throw on it. This is my life. And you have your life, your canvas, your beliefs, your feelings, and your thoughts. Take good care of them. Become aware of them today. Notice the beliefs and the thoughts that are creating the feelings that you have and change them. If you are thinking thoughts that are making you feel terrible, think about other things. This isn't just a passive witchcraft, airy fairy kind of thing. This is the power of your mind, right? It's your prerogative and it's your responsibility. So get on out of the past, realize those thought loops and those patterns and those issues. They're not who you are here in this beautiful moment. I loved when I used to be a Bible student, create in me a clean heart, O God, and renew a right spirit within me. Well, that's a gorgeous metaphor, right? A clean heart, a right spirit, renew, remind literally means remind, a new mind. Your mind is not stayed, it is neuroplastic. You can reprogram it every single day. With every thought you think, you create a new pathway. And when you think that thought over and over and over and over, it becomes a belief. And then you're off to the races. So choose your thoughts, create happy beliefs, successful beliefs that serve you, that nurture you, and see what happens. Your black and white will turn to technicolor. Mwah. Happy creating. Take care.